Welcome back, everyone, to 15 Minutes of Fame with Dawn Branch. We have our special guest today, Miss Katara Phelps. Woo, 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 woo. Hi, Katara.
Hello, DB. That's my DB.
Yes.
Branch.
So Katara is a dancer. She is a project manager, entrepreneur, and all-around creative. And we're so proud to have her on the show with us today. Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Thank you. So, we always ask this one question to our guests. Who is Katara Phelps? Go.
Katara Phelps is, oh my gosh, you gave me my intro, but Katara Phelps is a sister, a friend, a godmother, a creative, a dancer, an educator,
All around.
everything.
So let me ask you, even though we've been friends for a while, I never really knew your history. So how did dance find you? Because that's how we met, through dance. So how did dance find you?
I might need to grab some Kleenex for this one.
Oh.
Okay, so dance found me. So I was about 7 years old. I was like I'm the baby, so I was technically the only child. And one of my elementary friends went to a dance studio that was literally across the street from our apartment.
Okay.
And I found this out talking to her at school. I never knew it existed there. I lived there for about 3 years and never knew it existed. So anyway, she invited me to come with her. So I literally snuck in the dance studio. Nobody knew who I was. I didn't know anyone. And I just took class. And I found a chest full of dance shoes and leotards, lost and found. And I put on my dance clothes and went in just like a regular student.
Oh,
and
Lord.
about probably like 4 weeks in, a whole month now, the studio owner gives me this letter and she goes, "Can you please take this to your mother?" So I text to my mom, like, "Okay, here you go." I'm just thinking it's a free program because where I grew up, they always have, free recreation programs. So my mom's like, "What is this?" I was like, "I don't know. This lady told me to give it to you." So she opened it and she's like, "This is a bill." And I was like, and, I remember my mom used to always yell at bill collector, so I knew what the word bill meant at the time.
Well, how old were you about? How old?
And she's like, "What have you been doing while I've been at work?" I've been home with myself. I was like, I went to this dance studio with my friend and it's been a whole month. And she was like, "Do you like it?" And I was like, "Yes." And she paid it and continued on from there.
So what grade were you in? Like around what? I know you said elementary.
This was fifth grade.
Oh,
Fifth grade.
wow. So you've been dancing since fifth grade.
Wow. Yes.
So they just let you into class, no parental supervision, just
Nothing.
Now, where did you grow up?
I'm from Tampa. So I grew up in Tampa, Florida. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now let's go to where I met you in Orlando. All right. So how did you get from Tampa? What brought you to Orlando to begin with?
So prior to Orlando, I did enroll to Hillsborough Community College and I enrolled in their dance program.
Okay.
But prior to that, I used to dance for a professional dance company. So that's when I really found my love for dance and I just wanted more. So I went to HCC and, I just was like, Tampa was slow. I wanted something different. I was in the hospitality industry at the time as well. And Orlando is hospitality and entertainment. So I felt like it would be good for me to try something new. And I went to Orlando because it's close to home and it still has everything that I wanted to do.
Okay. So what people do not know is I met you on the internet. Do you remember that? I met you. There was an ad.
Yes.
Now explain what that was.
Okay, so when I first moved to Orlando, everything was Disney, 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 Disney. Oh Lord, gotta love Disney, right?
Okay.
And and there was a job, an ad for a job. This was when Craigslist was popping.
Craigslist.
Yes, and it was a studio. It was a family-owned business. It was literally this young lady and her 3 kids. They ran the business, and what they did was she used to be a professional singer, She doesn't sing. She didn't sing anymore at the time. So she started training her kids how to sing, and then she trained herself how to do videos. So what she would do is she would make her kids look like Disney characters, or like the kids that would be in the shows, like did actors, actresses, and they would go out and perform at birthday parties.
Okay.
And yes, so she had the singing, she had the video, but she didn't have the dance part. And me, I've been a dancer all my life. I never choreographed. I was like, why not? Let's just go for it. So I applied for the job. I got the job, and that's how it happened. And we were looking for, we were doing a casting call for a different client, and yeah.
That's how I found you. That's so funny.
Yes.
And then we finally met at shout out to the Center for Contemporary Dance. Yes,
Yes.
in Orlando. We miss you. So we worked together there under the director, right? So we were there for many years, and we trained there. We studied hard. What was your? Can you give me any like? I don't know, because I know that at that time you were with the company, but you were also working. Now, were you in school when you were there too?
I was in school, so I was a professional online student because of work and dance. I've always went to school online.
Okay, I never knew that.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, all right. Yeah. So we were there for a very long time, and then you disappeared. So what happened? Where
I
did you
disappeared. So I went back to Tampa.
go? Okay.
Actually, yeah, I went back to Tampa, and just a different dance venture, because, like I said, Orlando is so big. There's different genres of dance that you can get into. There's cheerleading, but I actually went to character, which
Okay.
is very demanding mentally and physically. So I went into character shows at one of the theme parks there, and that took a lot of my time. And
So
then after that,
let's talk about that Disney. What is that Disney audition process like for people who are thinking about coming to, well, maybe not now because of the pandemic, but what is the process
um, come very open minded. Come very open minded. So you know me, I would say I'm just like serious sometimes, but you have to be very animated and big. And I was like, whoa, I'm so used to like contemporary movement and like in my little box, in my little bubble. And here I am, this lady asking me to jump around and act like a fish and do all kind of crazy stuff. So you got to have like an open mind and imagination.
Okay. And then obviously size matters because you have to fit a costume and all of that.
Size definitely
What
matters for casting.
what else? Now, did you go there and do a dance audition and then they said we're hiring you for the
Yes, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. My character audition was actually for SeaWorld.
Oh,
I did audition for Disney before, but I didn't make the cut. And that actually prepared me for SeaWorld, because I was like, I'm getting this job. I was all over the place. Y'all want big? I'm giving y'all big. So it was for SeaWorld, and it was basically, the audition was, they would just give out scenarios, and you just really just have to use your imagination. Ooh, you just have to use them.
let's see, I done told it.
It's on Do Not Disturb.
Katara Phelps. All right, it's all good. Come on, let's go. Figure it out. Let's go. 5, 6,
5, 6, 7, 8. So
go.
yeah, it was it prepared me for SeaWorld, and
Now, what was your interaction like with the guests there? Like, what are there certain rules that you guys have to follow? How does
so do you ever, like, it's so funny because once you actually get comfortable, like when I was in that costume, I just was like,
Who
oh
was
my
your
gosh,
character?
I was the costume. Like
Who was
nobody
your
can see me.
character?
I was friends with Rosita.
Ho ho ho! Okay.
Yes. When I was in that costume, I was Rosita. Like I just channeled that inner Rosita, that Latin kid that just wanted to be playful, and
Yeah.
it was an awesome experience because I mean we did a lot of work with Children Gives the World, and So it was very, like, I cried a lot in those costumes as well. So it was like, it was awesome. It was amazing.
I'm
Probably.
glad you had that
Mm-hmm.
experience. So then,
Yes.
all right. So then you started out hospitality in Tampa. You came to Orlando. You worked with the Center for Contemporary Dance and other companies. Did you dance with me at all during brand work?
We did Makulu together.
No, not with. I mean, with my company. Did you?
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I
Okay,
did
you
not.
probably left at that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you
yeah.
did that. You did SeaWorld. You did Disney. All characters. How do y'all deal with that in the heat, girl?
Well, so the show was inside.
Both shows.
The show was inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, all shows were always inside. We would do like appearances in the park, and it was really like 20 minutes increments. So they wouldn't have us in there that much time. And then usually, like when we're on stage, we're dancing, having a good time. And if we needed to get breath, the scrim
Yeah.
that where the mouth is, we could just run off stage, get some air, and come
Got
back on.
So you okay? I know what
But
Disney. Mhm.
stamina, and shape, cardio
They give you
helps a
dance
lot.
classes.
Absolutely.
They do. I never knew that. I just
Yeah.
guessed that.
So like, I mean, we would have like hour warm ups, and I mean, you're doing 3 shows a day, so you're getting, you're getting it in all
So they
day.
have a dance studio
From
on the premise with a bar mirror floor, and they have a dance instructor that comes in, or they're hired.
No, so the studio is off the premises, and we learn everything at the studio, and then we go and put on the costume and rehearse all day, all night for about if I remember correctly, about a week or 2 before the actual show. So doing it from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., you good. But we have breaks in between.
Yeah, that's awesome. So would
Yes.
you recommend that job for a young, aspiring young artist?
Absolutely. I encourage every dancer to try any and everything, because you just never know. I never thought that I would actually love it, but I would probably say that's probably one of the best gigs.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So now let's move you on over now. So now you're finished with Orlando. You're like, I'm done with Florida. And then you
Nice.
end up in Atlanta.
Yes.
Go.
So I moved to Atlanta. I was like, okay, Cat. That's what everybody calls me. I'm Cat now. I'm not Keaton.
Oh, y'all know.
We're
Oh,
gonna talk about that.
okay.
But I moved to Atlanta, and I was like, okay, you dance, you perform. Where are we going? What are we doing, sis? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and focus on school. So I went back to Tampa, and one of my closest aunt had passed away. And when she passed, literally, I was like, I'm out, because I wasn't dancing anymore. And I knew that's not what she would want from me. She would want me to be happy and continue to follow my dreams. So I found Brunel. Actually, I didn't find Brunel. From HCC, my professor, she went to Brunel. And at the time when I was at HCC, we used to go to New World School of the Arts down south. And there was this fiery dancer. Like, she had to be like 5'2" downrange. And she was killing it. And I'm like, what school did she go to? That's the training that I want. And I looked up Brunel, and I was like, this is an all women's college. I don't know about this. And after like 4 years, I was like, let's go. Let's do it. Because there was nothing else. Like Tampa, we had USF, but it was, very biased. And I just never wanted to be judged as a dancer, which is why I never went into the cheerleading world when I was in Orlando. I didn't like that feeling, being
You're
judged as
more
a
of an
dancer.
arts person.
Right.
Opposed to
Yes,
musician.
absolutely.
Okay. So you're in the university,
Mm-hmm.
graduate, dance degree, and
Dance education. Mm-hmm.
dance education to teach.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like coming in as an adult with all the young energy coming in? How did you, and then you're working full time.
Yes. So I actually, believe it or not, I actually went pool status for the first year.
Okay.
And I only worked weekends or whenever I felt like it, or, if I wasn't too tired. But it was rough. I probably cried the first 3 months because I was all alone. It was Gainesville, Georgia. It's like a really, really small town.
Okay.
So I was all alone, and I was like, why am I here by myself? And I was around all these spoiled little kids, and I'm like, I'm 25. I don't need to be here. I don't have to deal with this. And it's like, and I think more for me, I appreciated dance more because they were all competition dance, studio dancers, competition dancers. Nothing wrong with studio dancers, but it's just different when it's different between the art of dance and competition. So it made me appreciate dance more, and it actually made me want to become a mentor to let them know that there's so much more beyond dance. And that's one of the things that Bernal definitely opened up for me, because I don't look like a ballet dancer, or I categorize myself as a modern dancer.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have to categorize myself as any dancer, but I just love modern dance. But it was different. I definitely enjoyed it though.
Okay.
Ballet actually became my favorite style of dance while I was in college because it pushed me. Modern came so easy.
Right, because you know it automatically.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have your dance education degree now. So, are you teaching? Like, what are you doing with that degree? I mean, are you at the school teaching? Are you teaching outside? Like, what did you use your degree with?
I am a studio instructor.
Okay.
But I definitely infuse the education part of dance. So we definitely, like, every week we switch up the techniques. We do Dunham, we do Horton, we do
Okay.
Cunningham. We definitely switch it up
I
because
see you have a shirt with the name of the
yes.
studio. What does that say?
So this is actually my dance company, Mass Expressions.
Oh, okay.
Um, it's transitioning to more of a production company, and that's my goal for 2021 is to start putting on productions.
Oh, congratulations. Okay, I
Yes,
thought
thank
that
you.
was the name of the studio, one of the studios we work. So give
Uh,
me an idea and the guests an idea of what kind of productions you're looking to do, if you're going to hire people, like where are you going with this?
so it's definitely, excuse me, all children. I feel like the children, they don't really get enough dance education. They don't really get to understand or get to experience the art of dance. It's all about, right now, it's all TikTok and Instagram and
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
So I want to actually put on. I don't want to say what I'm going to do quite yet. Right now, until I have everything in the plans, but it's
Okay.
definitely a children based, very cultural.
Mhm.
So it's going to be very different and fun.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that. And
Thank you, thank you.
Gainesville as well.
I'm
Gainesville,
sorry.
Gainesville, Georgia. Is that where this is?
No, Atlanta. So I'm based in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
cool. So, all right, we go Tampa, we went to Orlando, back to Tampa, Gainesville, Georgia, Atlanta. You're
Mm-hmm.
working at studios, you're in hospitality. What else do you have going on, Katara? You are just a busy young lady.
Don Branch. I have so much.
Let us
I keep myself
know.
so busy.
Please let us know what's going on
And
in
you
your
know
life.
what?
Your
It
time.
all complements each other. It's all based around the culture. It's all based around the art. So I'm very, very heavily involved in the Caribbean carnivals,
Okay.
um, Miami Carnival, Atlanta
How
Carnival,
so? What do
South
you do?
Carolina Carnival. Um, I do so much. I don't even know, like, what's my title, from assisting with coordination, assisting with the marketing, assisting with entertainment. There's just so much that I do. I'm an event planner as well. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Caribbean Carnival, but it's a show where you showcase your costume for the carnival. And when I tell you, that's what made me want to do production, because my models just don't walk down. They don't just walk down the runway. We put on
Okay.
a show. We put on a full dance production based upon the
Walk
theme.
us through that. Now, I had a friend of mine who does that. His name is Oswald Peterson or Amari Peterson. He was on the show.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let us know what goes into that. I mean, that's why you're here. We want to share the journey. Explain
Yes.
to us how that all works.
So I actually started when I was in college. When I moved to Atlanta, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to, be a part. I feel like I'm not, I'm missing out because I don't have Carnival here. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Carnival in Atlanta. So I signed up for Carnival, and it was a horrible experience.
How so?
Just the person who planned it just
Oh,
didn't execute correctly. And so
okay.
I was like, I want to do this, but I want to do it my way. And I also want to do it affordable for college students, because the costumes get very, very expensive. I was a college student at the time. I knew what students could afford. So I made sure that.
What's an idea of how much a carnival gown, or not a gown, but costume would cost?
It can start at $350 with no feathers to $1,000. It just it just depends, and it depends on where you are. But the designers put in a lot of work in
I've
these
seen
designs.
some of those pictures, and
Mm-hmm.
they are gorgeous. So
Yes, yes, yes.
okay, so
So I made sure that I didn't mess up anything. In 1 year, it was too perfect. I messed up. So I took a break, rechanneled myself, rechanneled my team.
Katara, this is a learning show. You messed up. How? So that we can help someone.
Oh yeah, so I messed up because it was too perfect.
What do you mean?
Everything that I wanted was written down, but it wasn't executed properly. So execution is very important. Time management is very important. Communication is very important. Budgeting is very important. Just making sure you have yourself covered is very important, because you have someone over here that said they got your back, and you're relying on these people. But if you don't have a backup plan just in case, you just, that's
So
what
how
happened.
many years have you been doing this now, the carnival?
I'm sorry.
How many years have you been doing the carnival?
15, 6 years now, 7 years.
Wow, okay. And I
Yes.
haven't been to one. That's a
Oh
shame.
my goodness, I gotta get you in a costume.
Oh, girl, bye.
I'll make it full. I'll make it full. We have ones that cover everything. Don't
Oh
worry.
Lord.
Cover
Okay.
your ankles and your fingers. Okay.
So you do choreography, you do help with the costumes, you get the girl Katara.
It's on Do Not Just. I promise you, it's on Do Not
You know how
Disturb.
important she is. I tell you, we love you, Katara. So okay, I'm gonna let you go, but before we go, right? Let us know if we want to be a part of your carnival, if we want more information about Burnout College or University, or just how to contact you for your mass expressions. How does one get in touch with Katara Phelps?
Yes. So right now, because I'm in the process of rebranding, the website is down. But I do have the Instagram Mass Expressions. That's MASXPRESSIONS. That's Facebook and Instagram. Bernal.edu. You can always Google Bernal Dance Department. We're always looking for awesome dancers to come. And it's actually a really, really good program for someone who really wants to focus on their dance study. Because it's in a small town, you have nothing but to do but focus on dance. And we learn how to put on production. We learn how to set up a stage. We learn about lighting. We learn about choreography. We learn how to hold auditions. We learn how to work with children with special needs. And that was one of the things that brought me to that school. So it's an awesome, awesome, awesome program.
It is.
Awesome.
It's a beautiful facility. Thank you
Yes.
for
Oh,
inviting
yes. Don Frenchby. Yes.
me. Yes, it was gorgeous. I had such a
Yes.
good time. And I am so proud of you. And I just hope that, I'm still in your life when you make it bigger than what you already are now.
Of
And
course.
get little people like me.
I hold you right here. I send you all my videos of my students, and
So
I
proud.
appreciate the feedback. I definitely appreciate the support. I love you forever.
Love you, Kat. I won't call you pizza anymore. So, ladies and gentlemen, my friend, the innovator, creator, event marketing planner. What else did I miss? She does it all. Cook.
Yes, I studied culinary arts.
She does.
I'm just a creative person.
Yes, and not just a dancer. So we could just help with anyone out there thinking about, I only have to dance, I only have to dance. You could do 18 things and still prosper and be successful, like my friend Katara. So
Absolutely.
love you, girl. Thank you guys so
Love you.
much. And thank you guys for tuning into 15 Minutes of Fame, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Proud of you.
Love you.